Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the rascals fight for a wedding and rebuild a jalopy. This podcast contains adult language and adult situations. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast, a band of misfits has joined in an effort to break the power of the big boys over the Holler, including preacher Piety Jackson, gouger Karl son of Karl, mountain magician Buck Grayson, bootleg distiller Booker Noe, and itinerant crooner Old Blue. The rascals have agreed to help Jameson Lowell and his sweetheart Charlene Haversham wed, but her beau Pistol Owen and a passel of company guards and Kramer Holt agents have other ideas. All right, let's recap here. So you have put your feet into the courtship of Jameson Albert Lowell, son of a big boy, and Charlene Haversham, daughter of a local. And since Lowell has agreed to provide you with intelligence if you assist him in this marriage, you've decided to help him out. Unfortunately, you walked into an ambush at the wedding chapel. So you're now facing off with some Kramer Holt agents, which are basically in-world Pinkertons working for the big boys, as well as some company guards. And Charlene's irritable and highly jealous ex-boyfriend, Pistol Owen. All of your opponents have firearms, but the good news is you guys, going into this round of combat, drew two jokers. So Piety, as the owner of the red joker, you have the option of going first or of waiting and acting whenever you choose during the course of the initiative.
And I think we spotted all of them, right?
As far as you know, you've seen all of them, yes.
Okay. Let me just give me a moment here to scope the map, refresh myself on things. I am going to hold action for the moment. I'm going to jump in later in the round.
Okay. So that'll take us to Old Blue, who drew the second joker.
Hey, all right. So let me just take a look here quick. Is this guy Pistol Owens? Is he...
That guy, yes. That guy is shaken, and he is Pistol Owen, yes.
Is he... He's a bad guy, I take it?
Currently.
Okay. I want to intimidate him to try and flee or run away.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll break out my fiddle and I'll play a little ditty, try and make him run away and go, flee, run away right now, today.
All right, so go ahead and give me an intimidation roll. Should add in your +2 for the Joker automatically.
Nice.
Solid.
Didn't add the +2, so you're happy with a 7.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, I think.
All right, let's see how he does. Resisting that with spirit.
Oh.
With a raise, he sort of looks around. He says, "She ain't worth it," and he's going to hightail it on his turn.
Well done.
All right, Buck.
Okay, that's a challenge. Well, The rest of the peons are still after us, though.
Yeah, there's 2 company guards.
Yeah.
Pistol's buddy, and the Kramer hold agent, who is currently pinned to the ground by the wildcat Charlene.
So in my most rednecky, old crotchety man accent, I'm going to be like, listen up, you whippersnappers. It doesn't have to end in violence no more. And I, too, am going to make an intimidate roll.
Okay, who are you targeting with this intimidation?
How about Pistol's buddy?
Okay.
I'm going to give you a
+1 because Pistol's already running.
Haha, sweet. It's like... so it's intimidation, not persuasion, correct?
It is intimidation, yes.
All right, so I'm going to have to do an unskilled. All right, here we go.
At least it's a +1.
Woo!
All right,
utter failure.
Are you happy with a 2? Well, it's not an utter failure. You got a 2. Are you happy with a 2?
No, I'm definitely going to Benny that. Oh, hilarious. Okay, let's try that again. Thank you, Pipeweed. No.
And it's 2.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. All right, so the Kramer hold agent is going to try to extricate himself here. Gets a 4 to Charlene's 3. So he does manage to go from bound to entangled. He's pried himself loose a bit, but not that much. Okay, so the company guards are going to shoot at Buck and Karl.
But before they do that, I shout out to them, boys, you can see the pistols running. The smart move is for you to just back off and follow suit. So this is a persuasion.
All right.
And +2 for the Joker.
And +2 for the Joker.
All right. All right.
All right. So with the 6, you happy with that?
I'm happy with that, yeah.
All right. So guard number 1. What did I do? Not mean to do that. Guard number 1.
It's like, come on, bad guys. We're literally giving you 3 strikes before we take you out.
And guard number 2.
Literally giving you the chance to do the
So
right
the more
thing.
creative company guard decides he's going to hightail it.
All right.
All right.
But the other one who was shooting at Karl is still going to shoot.
Well, okay.
Trigger finger, trigger finger or hot temper.
Why so great a sigh?
I'm going to feed you that gun.
I was hoping to avoid violence among the flock, but here we go. Here we fucking go. All right.
You can look at me, right?
Yeah, it's like punch.
So he's going to take a shot at you with a deer rifle. However, he is blind. So he is partially blinded and can't see so good, and therefore misses.
All right.
Now the company guards do get a vigor roll to attempt to become not blind anymore. So the one who's running away is no longer blind, and the one who just tried to shoot at Karl with his rifle is also no longer blind. The moonshine effect has worn off. All right. That takes us to Jameson, who is cowering behind a tree. Karl.
Who just shot at me?
The company guard next to Pistol, and you definitely can get into melee with him this round.
Oh, I speak violence too, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
It's this guy right here. He just took a shot at you with a deer rifle.
Put it through his eye. all the way to his feet.
Go for the eyes, boo.
So looking forward to that game coming out again. Okay. Now I forget. Does Gouger get called shots?
You get a free call. You basically have two less. You can take a called shot to the head with no penalty.
Okay.
So you could just punch him in the head, and that would not cause any penalty. If you want to go directly for his eye, that will be at a -2. However, a headshot will provide you with a +4 damage.
We're going to go for a headshot.
Or a kidney punch. That works too. Same effect. But go for the headshot. Yeah.
Go for it.
Always.
Do I have this right? Good.
Yeah, just hit roll. You should be good.
Yeah, no, there's just so much stuff showed up.
That hits.
Numbers.
Go ahead and give me a damage roll at +4.
Oh, nope, not that one. This one. Boom.
Oh dear. Yeah, you have knocked his block off.
Just take it, gun, all the way down.
All right.
Oh boy, I hate to see it.
Surprisingly, the Pistol's buddy does not run. He instead charges Karl.
What
What the heck?
is going on?
I'll get him, Pistol.
I'm having so much fun.
Oh my God, he actually hit you.
Come on.
Now he's just asking for it.
He did connect.
Yep.
See if he manages to do it. He actually will manage to do damage too.
Oh,
You were not expecting this guy to charge up and throw a haymaker at you, and that will be shaken and a wound, which I assume you're going to want to soak.
Yeah, let's
Oh
soak
my
that.
gosh.
Oh, Karl,
wow.
You were kind of standing over your fallen enemy, putting your foot on him like Captain Morgan, and
That sounds right.
this guy came up and
Something
cold
happened.
cocked you in the back of the head.
Ow.
Well, that's rude.
Hit him harder.
Okay, did that actually do the roll yet, or do I still have to click the roll button here?
Still have to click the roll button, yes. And you're fine. It's fine.
I'm posing
fine.
here.
Pistol is going to run completely off the map. Bye, Pistol. Booker. You're down to a Kramer Holt agent right near you who is wrestling with Charlene, and this guy who just punched Karl, who probably is not long for this world.
Yeah, that's a tough one. They both look like they're doing just fine. You think it's... Would I think it's overkill to shoot the guy?
The guy on the ground? I mean, he's a
Wrestling with
Kramer Holt
Charlene?
agent. He's very dangerous. It's probably not overkill to shoot him. On the other hand, you do stand a fair chance of hitting Charlene if you do. I mean, imagine two people wrestling on the ground and you're trying to shoot one of them. It's not trivial.
Man, I'm no good at fighting at all. Can I cast blindness again?
You absolutely can.
Let's see if I can hit him with a little discombobulation.
That definitely succeeds in going off. Let's see. Does he get a save on that? Is the question. Does he get a chance to resist, or is he just straight up blind? Yep, he's blind until the end of his following turn.
Nice.
I'm just gonna throw a little effect on this guy here. So it's you targeting him. Power is blind. Proceed. Blinded. All right, Charlene is going to try to strangle him.
Just in case shooting wasn't overkill enough.
All right, that's probably not going to be good enough, but we'll see how he might roll badly. We'll see.
I mean,
he does roll badly, really badly.
wow.
So that's going to be a whopping 11 damage on this guy.
Ouch.
And she chokes him out. Which I believe leaves you in command of the field, except for that one guy who punched Karl.
Cool.
He's going to have a bad day. But he drew an ace, so he's going first. So he's going to see if he can repeat his success. Which remarkably, he does manage to hit you again. But this time you're ready for him, and he just kind of sinks his fist into your chest with no real effect. The company guard will officially have run off the map at this point. Jameson is still cowering. Well done, my dear. Buck.
Well,
Pathetic.
can I walk next to Karl? Can I get next to Karl?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna stay there, offer support, and maybe punch that guard as well, or hit him with a shovel. Yeah, let's.
You can
let's
punch
shovel
him, or you could do a skill test to support Karl if you want Karl to have the coup de grace.
That would actually be better. Yes. Okay.
What skill are you going to use to support Karl?
Can I do funny hand gestures to encourage him to like really hit him hard and be like, yeah, hit him in the sweet spot, kind of like a druid doing guidance in a way.
Yeah, give me a persuasion roll.
All right.
Yeah, take the outsider off of that. Whoa!
Right, because
okay.
Karl's kind of out there and like hitting stuff. So, yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that Karl, you get a +2 on your next fighting roll.
All right, beat him up, buddy. Fuck him up.
Booker.
You know, I'm gonna. Do I think I can get a reasonable shot off without killing? I mean, they're still kind of grappling.
Well, you mean the guy, the grappling guy? No, he's out cold.
Oh well, then let's just shoot him.
Okay, she stood up, so you can just coup de grace the guy. He's dead.
So much for no violin.
Wow.
We tried.
Booker just walks up and stone cold puts a bullet in this guy's head. He's like,
Holy cow.
Damn, Booker.
What kind of sinners am I traveling with here? This is,
Escalated quickly, gotta end it quickly.
that seems a little disproportionate there,
So
bro.
he looks over and says, well, all right there, old timer. And she grabs
Sometimes you gotta
the
just
guy's
finish
Tommy
it.
gun,
Oh,
and she's going to move over here to set up a shot on Pistol's buddy if anything goes sideways. Piety.
I am going to support Karl. I'm going to cast Smite on Karl's, fist? Is that what you're going to be using?
Yeah, you probably have to close the range a little bit to do that, but sure. Yeah, cast it on his fist.
Okay, I'm going to close. I think that's about my max, right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, sure. Let's do a little smite. This guy is going to be knocked right into next week.
Kittens.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah. With a 7, you will have the full effect of smite on Karl. So let me do my little thing here again.
All you got to do is contact.
All right. So active effect. Whoops. Smite. Weapon of Karl, unarmed. All right, Karl.
Now I'm starting to feel bad for this guy.
Nah.
Why? What are we
Crush
worrying
his
about?
sternum. Just one, dude. Like one
Okay, so
punch
that
man.
was +2, plus what to hit? +2 to hit?
+2 to hit. This guy's remarkably bad at fighting. It's amazing he's done as well as he has.
I just kind of look at him and I'm like, you sorry bastard. And then I hit him dead in the face.
Yeah, you sure do. All right, so go ahead and give me a damage roll at +4.
That's the sound of vertebrae shattering from the punch.
So he flies backwards into the tree and is out cold.
Wow.
We're going to
Lovely.
have quite the reputation.
Hey,
You know,
teamwork
just
makes
saying.
the dream work.
I haven't killed anybody. Okay, it's all everybody else is killing people. I just want to point that out.
I have seen a 12 gauge 7-barrel foot operated ground shotgun. So essentially they set it up like a mortar base, and then there are 7 barrels and they put 12 gauge shells in it. And you basically fire it by a remote or like by foot, because like the kickback and the recoil is so strong it would basically break your shoulder off. And they did it. They did it on a ballistics gel of like a human with like the simulated skeleton and organs and stuff, and it literally like blew the entire rib cage in half and shattered all the organs to it.
Ouch.
Kind of like a water
Just
balloon
seems-
exploding
Wow.
of all the internal organs, and then the rib cage just like splayed right at the center of the sternum outward, and the entire like
Just-
gel form holding the humanoid shape like just obliterated.
And that's
Just
what it's
feels
like when
like a
Karl
lot.
hits you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
How exciting.
A little old lady pops her head out from the wedding chapel door. Y'all done fighting?
Looks like it.
Well,
If we ain't, we've done our best.
well, y'all are heroes. I can't believe it. You took out all them company guards and Kramer Holt folk, and my lord,
That's right. Just remember, my name's Old Blue and Friends.
old blue and friends. Huh? Well,
Goodness.
That's right.
That you, Charlene, sure is Vienna. Well, if you're still in mind to get hitched with that gentleman of yours, as long as we clear out all these corpses, I'm up.
Clearing out the
Wow.
corpses.
I'm sorry about the ambush. They didn't give me any choice, but tell you what, I'll give you half the payoff.
Fair enough.
Payoff. Uh-oh.
Yeah, here's 25 Lowell scrip and a bottle of fine wine from the city.
There we go.
Thank you.
Lovely.
I immediately want to search all the bodies.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. So Charlene seems to have laid claim to the Tommy Dead Man.
Okay.
However, the Kramer Holt guy was carrying, but he was also carrying a Widowmaker.
And that is a
Let's see, big boys equipment. Here we go. Widowmaker. It's a 45 caliber pistol.
Ah. Well, seeing how I really don't have the ability to shoot anybody, like I'm pretty bad at that skill, I'll leave that to somebody else. He was also wearing. He also has a detective coat and a bulletproof vest. Well, I'll take that bulletproof vest.
And a studded club.
Is that better than the shocker stick?
Different. Does more damage. It's a two-handed weapon. But it doesn't stun anybody.
I currently have just a wooden club, and I would take the upgrade for a studded club. I'm assuming that's an upgrade.
Yeah,
that is an upgrade. All right, so
okay.
Piety, let me hook you up here.
Okay. And
there's
while
your attitude adjuster.
Okay, and while we're clearing the corpses, I will, as we're stacking the corpses off in some quiet little bit of shrubbery, I will.
There's a river right there. We can just throw them in the river.
Well, we could do that, but then that might poison the water for the people downstream. And
So,
we don't want to do that.
Want the 45 Widowmaker?
I'll take it. I can shoot a gun.
Yeah. So while this is going on, I'm saying some prayers over the bodies. They've gone on to a better world, and may God have mercy on their souls.
Scoff quietly.
Well, you're allowed.
And then, does anybody want his
As if
jacket?
you could stop me.
It looks like a pretty heavy duty jacket.
I could take that if nobody else wants it.
Well, there are two of them.
Can I take the second?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So one Kramer Holt detective coat. Check. And one Kramer Holt detective coat. Check. They're pretty conspicuous, so you probably don't want to wear them all the time. Okay. But if you know you're going into a fight, they do provide some protection. There's also a second bulletproof vest.
I'll take the bulletproof vest.
That's a little more inconspicuous. Heavier, but still good. A second Widowmaker and another Tommy gun.
Ooh.
I will take the Widowmaker. Because I already have the peasant pumper.
Yep.
But I think the Widowmaker will be a bit of an upgrade from my sling.
Yep. Tommy Deadman.
I will take the Tommy gun, if only to trade it for something else later on.
That is a good one from a trade perspective. And the company guard had his deer rifle and a shocker stick and a bulletproof vest.
I guess if nobody else wants the other vest, I'll take the other vest to sell later as well. Unless anybody wants it.
Well, so is the vest inconspicuous?
Fairly, yeah.
Maybe I'll take that and then rely on the detective coat for something to trade away later.
Okay. One bulletproof vest. How about the deer rifle? That seems like your kind of speed, Buck.
Yeah, because it's a sniper item and I can, pick something off, And it would upgrade me from a sling, definitely.
All right, where is that? Deer rifle. And there's one more shocker stick.
Ooh.
I already have one.
I think most of you have one, but they're still good for trade goods.
Okay.
I don't have one yet, I don't think.
All right. I can carry it for the purposes of trade goods later.
You do have a shocker stick, Buck.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, Piety will continue with your looting. Don't get caught with any of this stuff.
No.
Scott, did you give me one of the armors? Because I don't see it on the sheet.
Pretty sure I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Bulletproof vest. Where is it? You've got it now.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, so the wedding's been accomplished. And that's going to lead you to a different kind of adventure. One where Booker's skills may come into play.
Nice.
As you're sitting around after the wedding, you know, it's nice to have this this kind of celebration with the trouble that's been about lately. And I would like one of you to give me a story about someone you knew who was involved in the racing scene.
The racing scene?
Yeah, you know, Holler folks still occasionally get some jockeys together and race them up and down the mountain.
I mean, I'm probably old enough to have a story.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about racing, though.
Y'all want to hear about Skids McGee?
Oh,
There we
sounds
go.
good.
Well, Skids McGee, he lived up on the mountains, and he was a moonshiner. But he had himself one really fast car. It's an old jalopy, and well, one day he was somebody was walked up to him and wanted to bet that his car was faster than old McGee's. Skid McGee was like, nope, ain't nobody gonna beat my Sunshine. That's the name of his car, was Old Sunshine. So he hopped in that car and he raced, but unfortunately his car flipped over, banking around one of the turns, and he crashed it. Old Sunshine never shined again.
Well, that's a real sad story there, old Blue. And I tell you, you know what's even sadder? You remember Skids McGee's little boy, Jimmy.
Jimmy McGee, that's right. I remember Jimmy McGee.
He just got killed in a crash too.
Oh, ain't no sunshine on that family.
But that's so. And then 2 nights ago, we lost Buddy Pearson too, killed on a race up on Rumble.
Oh, those mountains,
Whoa,
they're
what is
deadly. I
going
tell
on?
you what.
You know, Buddy was the youngest son of Mavis and Spindley Pearson. They're some of the best mechanics in these parts, and they figure Jimmy and Buddy were killed by a haint.
Oh.
Haint? Now, is that some new drug?
No, a haint, a ghost, an undead.
A haint. Well, I ain't seen many haints, so
Ain't seen no haints.
I ain't seen no haints.
You all formidable crew. Maybe you all could lay this haint to rest. That Piety there's a man of God. He might be able to lay this ghost.
I tell you what, I'll play him a lullaby to put him to sleep forever.
Well, if you want to head over
between the
on
two of us, we
to,
could probably send him on to his reward.
you want to head on over to visit Mavis and Spindley, they can point you in the right direction.
All right.
I think that's a great idea. We'll go do that.
All right. So it takes you a couple days of travel. But you've got enough foodstuffs for that, thanks to the wedding feast. And they direct you around to Mavis and Spindley's place. As you approach, You see nearly a dozen old jalopies, some of them resting on blocks, some of them fighting off weeds, resting in what looks like an automotive graveyard. You can feel the history in those cars. You know racers whipped around razor-sharp curves and rolled them in a moment of exultation and fear. Maybe they landed right side up and raced again. Maybe they died doing what they loved. You know shine runners stuck their boot to the floor and lifted in the air, cresting steep hills on Sidewinder, a raft of agents on their tail. You wish the old jalopies could talk. Maybe a few of them can still roar with the right parts and several quarts of elbow grease. And as you come up, you see Mavis and Spindly sitting on their porch. They're kind of an odd pair. Look like they're well into their 60s. Mavis is extra stout, flushed red, like she's on the verge of losing her temper. And Spindly is skinny as a wire and pale, and seems to always be looking at Mavis for direction.
Can I take a look around and see if I can find Skid McGee's car, Sunshine, if it's there?
Sunshine is in fact there.
My God, it's Sunshine.
Weird.
You know Sunshine? Mavis speaks up.
Oh yeah, Skid McGee's car. It's
Yeah.
a beauty.
You knew old
Or at least
Skids?
it was. Oh, I was good friends with old Skids.
Yeah, we made Sunshine real fast in its day, but it's past its prime.
Oh, it's just a classic. You just need some good old tender love and care. Can I see what kind of damage does it have? Is it recoverable at all?
It does not look, that particular vehicle does not look recoverable.
I don't know anything about cars, so I'm sure it runs perfectly well. It just needs a little elbow grease and tender love to get it running again.
No, even our buddy couldn't get that running. They would both look very sad.
I give it a little kick on the tires, and the thing just kind of falls
Collapses down.
It just collapses, falls apart. The doors just come right off. Well, maybe a little bit more than elbow grease.
So while he's doing that, I'm going to do an occult roll. I'm going to check to see if the car itself is haunted.
What you doing there, preacher man?
Oh, praying for the spirits of the dead.
As near as you can tell, the car is not haunted.
So we hear that you guys got a ghost problem, and there's been a lot of things accidents happening with some of the racers.
Yeah, you ever heard of the story of Hoyt Burhart and Rusty and Hell's Hairpin?
I can't say I have. I'd love to hear that one.
Back in the day, Hoyt and the Buzzin' Burr, they were the scourge of the Ghost Ridge. They used to say old Burhart would stick to your bumper like a burr on a possum's rump, waiting for just the right moment to ricochet past you or nose you sideways with no concern about how you get rightways again. And he was the best shine runner anywhere. Those Kramer Holt boys spent considerable time trying to catch him, zooming up one mountain, down the next. Tried everything. Never managed to get anywhere near him. Sound of his engine was like a lullaby. You'd hear that rumble of a night, you know those bastards hadn't caught Burr yet. This kind of rumble would give a man hope and some peace. Agents finally quit out of pure embarrassment. It's better to let him roar around the mountains unaccosted like they had better things to do than chase after him like children after greased pig. So the agents never did him in. But old Rusty Roberts did. Now, he was a hell of a racer. He just wasn't Burhart. He finished second so many times to Burhart on the dirt tracks and lost by a nose in so many drag races. Folks used to call him all kinds of names. Rusty Runner-Up, Seconds, Pert Near, and Horseshoes. He spent years trying to figure out what Burhart had under the hood that gave him an advantage. And he challenged him up on Rummel Mountain, down to Hell's Hairpin. Before the race, Rusty and a couple of his friends snuck over to Burrhart's garage. They wanted to get a look to see what was under Buzzin' Burr's hood. But Hoyt caught him and put a whooping on all three and said, "What's buzzing under the Burr's hood? Between me and my maker." That pushed Rusty over the edge. He snuck back the next night when Hoyt was in a moonshine stupor. Rusty rigged the brakes, so the first time Hoyt gave him a hard tap, they'd go right out, and that meant they'd go out on hell's hairpin. It's exactly what they did. Folks were suspicious, of course. They changed Rusty's nickname to Rusty Rigged It. Lived out his days in infamy, never raced again. But here's the thing. We figure Hoyt, he came back. He rides down the curves of the mountain in the spectral manifestation of the Buzzin' Burr. Calls out, "Let's go, give me a fair race, let's go." Most times he simply disappears, but from time to time, he'll send a driver to their death, spinning them out on hell's hairpin, sending them crashing down the mountain into the wild eddy to meet the same fate he did. And that's what happened to our boy.
That's a mighty shame. Sad story.
We figure Buddy was a hell of a driver. He'd been running shine and winning races for a decade. And I think, well, Mavis thinks, that Buddy was getting a reputation for being almost as good as Burrhart, and there was no way that mean-hearted, prideful old ghost could abide that. I think that if someone ever beat Hoyt in a race, fair and square, his spirit might settle once and for all. Figure if any of you can drive, maybe you'd be willing to give it a shot.
Well, I'm out.
I can actually drive.
Oh, nice.
Can you now?
I can.
We got all these jockeys here. You might be able to fix one up to challenge him. But for the race to be fair, yeah, you got to do the work on your own cars, but we can oversee the modifications and maybe pitch in just a little bit.
My God, Sunshine will ride again.
No, not that one.
We just need to put in the elbow grease.
I mean, I guess I've got a little bit of repair. Anybody know anything about cars besides how to drive them?
Maybe else have repair.
All I got
do
is
have a
my
little repair.
skills on the fiddle and my voice, which is so soothing.
Cars have wheels.
I've got faith. I've got a lot of faith in you. I can ask for a blessing on your skill.
I know
Yeah.
about the plants and the mushrooms and the wacky
All right.
out there,
Sounds like I'm a bit on my own.
but not
Listen,
that
I can help you with that because I know everything there is about cars. He knows nothing about cars, so I can replace the headlight fluid for you. I can make sure that we put the Coca-Cola
This is
in
the
the
man
tank.
who thought that Sunshine would ride again. So
It
I'm
will.
just saying.
It will. I have faith.
Let's do a. If any of you would care to attempt to apply a skill to support. I'm not sure how occult applies.
I am absolutely making an unskilled roll, and if I roll really bad, I hope to go back
Well,
2
before you make
steps.
the repair roll, let's see if there's support rolls. You're actually not totally useless.
Oh my God!
nice.
Look what I did! I put the doohickey in the flamenco bob, and it works.
I can try to persuade
Does it have to be an
you that-
actual activity?
It has to. You have to make some kind of a. You have to make some kind of a skill roll that you can convince me is somehow helpful to this repair effort.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to
car
use persuasion. I'm going to use persuasion
Name Jack Job.
to boost your confidence, because driving is just a skill like any other. You just focus, maintain your calm, and find your center, and let the Lord guide you, and you'll be fine.
All right, give me a persuasion roll.
Oh boy.
All right, that's going to be an additional +1. Anyone else care to support?
It's getting
Could I do
weirder
a straight
and
up
weirder.
strength roll to deadlift a car so somebody could put a tire on?
I'll allow it. Buck, how are you using a cult for this support roll?
Is the car cursed?
The car is not cursed. The car is not cursed. All right.
Would it like to be?
Can we give it up? Yeah.
Why are you putting sage in the muffler?
He says, trust me. So Spindly sees you with doing your little occult ritual here.
He become concerned.
He leans
for us.
He leans over to Buck and says, I know why old Burhart was faster than everybody else.
Yeah.
I know exactly why as well.
Do let us
Listen,
know.
I bet he was
I
listening
went
to some of them folk magics.
Zip.
Back when I was fiddling the right much with stuff, I fixed in this supercharger for his engine. Worked pretty good. Then he fooled an old witcher woman into doing some kind of blessing on it. It worked even better. That's why them Kramer Holt agents could never catch him. I thought about going in there and fishing that supercharger up from the wreck. Some of the best work I ever done, but I'm too old and it's too rusted and hate it. That car might have done worse down the river anyways, but you never know.
Listen, I'll tell you how to make this car faster.
If we dig up the supercharger, then we can put that same kind of blessing on it.
I'm telling you right now.
Why don't we give it a look-see?
Okay.
I can make it go faster. Nobody wants to listen to me. Listen, all you got to do is paint these flames on the side of the car, and it's going to go twice as fast as it did before.
Why don't you work on the flames?
I'll do
Here's some
that.
paint and a brush. Off you go. Thank you.
So let's see
a
the
great
strength roll
idea.
from Karl for deadlifting the car. Okay, so I would like you to make a repair roll at a +6, please.
Ooh-wee.
Come on, baby.
+4
Come
for
on,
your
you can do it.
compadres and +2 for the help from Spindly and Mavis.
Somehow I helped.
+6.
Very nice. Okay, so you managed to create a juiced up jalopy.
I told you those
Alrighty
flames
then.
outside would make
10
it look
times
go good.
fast.
And you can have one special modification to your juiced up jalopy.
Cup holders.
Did we?
You can bore it
guys are
out,
killing
which will
me.
increase its top speed to 100 miles an hour. You can smooth it out to increase its handling by +1. You can hull it up to give it increased toughness, or you can make it loud, which improves your ability to taunt.
Oh yeah, these cup holders are great.
It might get loud.
What modification would you like for your jalopy here?
I think I'm going to have to go up for handling.
All right.
Those
So you're now the proud owner of a juiced up jalopy
Uh-huh.
With cool flames painted on the
with
side.
cool flames painted on the sides.
Badass.
Your jalopy has a handling rating of +2, which will improve your ability to drive it. Top speed of
Nice.
90 miles an hour, a toughness of 10, and up to 4 of you can ride in it, including the driver.
Cool.
Do we want that many people in the car? Okay.
Well,
I would like-
the people
I would
who
like
are
to-
in the
Let you
car
die
can
alone.
the people who are in the car can potentially do support roles to assist in the race.
Are there motorcycles in this area as well, or is it just all
There are
cars?
not.
Ah.
It's just the one. You're just able to put the one jalopy together.
Is it possible that I could maybe put together like a sidecar?
For the jalopy? No.
Yes.
Not without seriously compromising its ability to race, which
All
would
right,
sort of defeat
question.
the purpose.
Since we couldn't get a loud, since we couldn't, do multiple things, and we don't have a loud car, can we all get inside it and make loud car noises like whoosh and vroom to sort of increase that intimidation possibility?
You certainly can do that. How effective it will be is an open question.
Okay, fair.
But only 3 of you can get in besides Booker, who has to be in there because Booker is the only one who can drive.
All right.
So I will leave you to ponder this question for next week.
Okay.
All right.
All right, have a good one,
Amazing.
everybody.
Well, listen,
All
we
right.
don't have a
Good night.
radio,
Good night,
so you
all.
guys
Have a
need
good one.
music.
This was fun.
That was amazing.
You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook as Happy Monster Press, at our website, happymonsterpress.com, Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow the podcast on YouTube, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iTunes, or Google Play Music. Like what you hear? Support us on Ko-fi at ko.fi.com/Happy Monster Press. Happy MonsterCast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This game references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, and characters' logos and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music, Ice Cold by Jason Shaw. And Lobo Loco's Spencer from the Free Music Archive.
Oh, for sure.